Okay, so you heard me asking. So, if playing LSU or in Baton Rouge doesn't mean any more than any other game, why not?
I mean, I'm looking forward to be fun, fun environment. But like Coach Dev said, we feed into just getting to see our people that we haven't seen in a while. Like my mom, grandmas, aunties. That's where we try to put most of our energy the first day we get there. And after that, we pretty much locked in for the game. It's like another road game, and we're trying to win it.
Yeah, did LSU recruit you?
Just not straight out of high school, but they recruited me when I jumped in the transfer portal. Yeah.
So did you go over there? That's never something in your mind that they didn't recruit you out of high school, and so you'd like to remind them
I mean,
they should have, even though it is a different coaching staff. I know.
I mean, back then, I think there was a pretty good team, and their program was headed or already in one direction, and they kind of stuck with it. And, I mean, I can't be mad at them for it. You know, I had to find my own path.
So how many family members and friends will you actually have at the game?
I have no idea, but I know it for a fact it's going to be a lot.
Too many to count.
Yeah, I mean, we got other than me, we have three other guys, including Dev. You have a couple other teammates that have family members down there too, so it's not just only my family. I think the other guys got a good bit coming too.
So it seems like Louisiana's a little like Texas, where there's like a kind of a pride from being there. Like, what does it still mean to you to be from Louisiana, from that area, Baton Rouge area? Like, what kind of pride do you carry with that?
It means a lot to me. Even now that I'm older, I still think about it still to this day. I mean, it helped me become the man I am now. Everything I dealt with, been through, people I met that helped get me here. I still think about those things to this day. I mean, every step I take in the right direction, I think about where I come from. You know, I think that's one common thing. From being from a place like that, you just never forget where you come from, or just being from anywhere. You know.
Tyrece, I know all the coaches have talked about the kind of maturity of this team this year. With being an older team, do you feel like when y'all game plan for specific teams that y'all are able to get a little bit more complex and a little bit more detail specific than maybe last year?
I mean, I think this year, like you said, we're an older team, so it's like even though we teach everything still at a first grade, pre-K type thing, so everybody can catch it, we don't have to do that as much for us to just us being an older team. We kind of don't want to be Jacob on it and think we got it. We still take the baby steps to get to the big bite, you know. And I think that's a separator with this team.
Do you think that's been able to make y'all absorb a little bit more, be a little bit more complex in the looks that you give and the size of your playbook or whatever?
I mean, one thing about this program, whether you was here last year or if they newcomers this year, is that the same thing you do on day one, you do every day. So no matter who the opponent is, we gonna do what we do. We're gonna stick to us and try not to get, too ahead of ourselves, just taking it a game at a time. We just take it step by step.
In a different context, you said we don't think like we got it. Well, in that context, with LSU at the bottom of the SEC standings, you don't go into Baton Rouge Saturday night saying we got it.
Nah, I mean, I don't know how well LSU doing at this point, but I mean, it's still the SEC. They still have really good players. This league have a lot of good players, so any time you can lose, going in there thinking that you got it, that's what this program called being Jacob. Just thinking and you don't. You don't want to be that team, that person that thinks they know everything, or just because you beat them the first time means it's just going to be a walkover the next time. They go back and look at how well we've been playing or how poor we've been playing lately, just like we do them. So you just got to be prepared.
Do you know LSU's record?
No, I don't.
You want to know?
I mean, I don't. I don't.
It's not a factor, right?
Nah.
Tyrese, do y'all talk openly about making the NCAA tournament? Is that a conversation saying here's what we need to do this, or does it come up?
No, I think. Well, I know for a fact we don't. We try not to put our heads there, and with us young generation, our faces being our phone or on social media, we really try to stay away from that. Try not to engage with that type of activity. We like I said, and like Dev said, we just really try to go into every game trying to be 1-0 at the end of the night. Just taking it a game at a time, because you ain't getting there if you don't handle what's in front of you. So that's what we try to do.
Are there any lessons you guys may have learned from last season in that kind of vein, where maybe y'all are more prepared to handle the noise, handle the bubble talk, those kind of things?
And just by doing that, handling all the noise is basically taking it a game at a time. I can reflect on Myrtle Beach, the only ranked team I think that was going to be there. We got ahead of ourselves. And we try not to make that mistake again. So we're just trying to remain humble and take it a game at a time.
Got time for a couple more.
Or that could be all.
Did you go to the football game?
LSU football game versus A&M?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything from watching that game that you could apply to this one?
Nah.
Because the roles are kind of reversed.
I'll ask you about the news about Texas and OU. I know it doesn't really affect you guys, but just like Coach Johnson said, like y'all didn't really talk about it, but you've been around rivalries before, Virginia Tech, Virginia. What do you know about Texas? What kind of just the vibe around campus from what you've seen about the idea of playing these guys a little bit sooner?
I mean, I've watched them play this year. They have some really good players. They're a really good team. From my understanding, they always have a decent squad. As much as the fans feed into it, our fan base feed into it, I think it's a big move. I really didn't look into it too much or really care to look into it right now, because we have a lot on our plate right now too. So I haven't even just interfered with anything like that. No conversations or anything. I haven't ran into anything. Yeah.
You ever entertain the idea of, I think you still have one more year of eligibility if you wanted it, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You ever think much about that, or not yet?
I really haven't thought about it. Just trying to finish the season strong. And that's just my goal.
I got one last one. What do you think about Q getting a two-way deal?
Oh, that's big. That's big. I found out that, I think when the team found out, if I'm not mistaken, at practice, Coach Buzz announced it at the end of practice. That's real big. I even posted it twice. I think that's real big for a guy like Q. It's just him working, it's paying off, and he always gonna be on his toes and always be in the gym. You don't have to question that. So just seeing that for Q or a guy like Q is amazing.
Does seeing that bring any motivation to y'all, the guys?
Yeah, for sure. Because we was there, last year, grimy part of the season. Honestly, from my visit, you know what I'm saying? When I met Q, he's been solid there since being in the gym. So seeing him go through that whole process and just sticking through it, that brought a lot of motivation, I think, to the whole team. Just that meant a lot, just for us to see him, do that. So, yeah.
Okay.
So was Ben Radford a LSU fan?
Nah, I don't think he's an LSU fan. Nah, I never heard of him speak of LSU only when I was playing him. My little brother was an LSU fan, I think, growing up. But I was the home team. Everybody don't go for the home team. I didn't go. Well, when I watched more LSU football growing up than basketball. Okay. But I knew, I think just one of the point guards was Bo Spencer. I remember Big Baby playing there. Garrett Temple. I met Garrett Temple. His dad was my mom's boss. Wherever she used to work at. So I'm familiar with LSU, and a lot of people know me too, just because I even grew up in that area. Because I don't think my dad LSU fan.
Especially not this one.
Yeah,
What year were you born?
1999.
Okay, so you were 7. Big Baby scored 21 points against A&M in the NCAA tournament.
That's
LSU
crazy.
beat A&M by 1 point. So there you go.
That's what's up. That's
I
what's
know
up.
that 'cause I looked it up.
Yeah, I'm saying that. That's good.
All right, we gotta catch a bus.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.